Everybody, what's crack-a-lacking? Somebody give me a 5 for 5 and we'll get going. I hope to keep this one kind of short because I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, my voice. I almost don't have one. So I've been sick all weekend long. So and I'm not going to sit here and dwell on that. But yeah, I just want you guys to know that's what's going on. Anyway, yeah, guys, this is our current sun. It is erupting, but we'll go over that some more. Nothing huge right at the moment, but this CME right here it has hit, and geomagnetic storms did happen, G2, and we'll go over that some more. Also, this right here, that sunspot, see the blues and reds mixing? Not a good thing when you were talking about dodging CMEs and things. So when that happens, we get to experience some more eruptions. But here's the HP. This is how we measure it. These are 30-minute increments. I'll go more into that. And as you can see over here at NOAA, you got G2 level storms. They're still expecting a G1, which I don't think that we'll get there, and I'll show you why. This is the descriptions of the geomagnetic storms. Not going to stay on a graph like this all day long. I'll just show you what we could have expected with the G2 down here. Okay. Anyway, space weather news.com right here. He's comparing the Italian volcano that erupted back on the 30th and a CME. That's the sun here. This is the Earth volcano erupting. Looks pretty similar, doesn't it? It's pretty cool, I think. Anyway, but yeah, so we're going to dive into all that, and I will see you in just a second after I run my intro. Alright, guys, go ahead and yeah, show some love to the mods in there. Please share this out. Yeah, just if you could, share it, like it. There's a hype function now, too, that you guys could use if you guys care to do that. It does help push the video out. But yeah. Hey, Jammer, man, I have slept all day long, man, so I didn't see your text until right before I did this. I literally woke up and came in here to do my show. So I just want you guys to know, Jammer, I want you to know I wasn't ignoring anybody or anything. Hey, Callie, good to see you, girl. Hey, Wise Jen. All right, now, I'm going to get through the space weather, and then I'll talk to you guys here in a minute. But yeah, guys, we got to a G2. That's a 6 on the KP. That's how we measure those storms. And this is 3-hour increments, so it's going to be kind of more broad of what actually happened when it impacted. Yeah, so we did get to a G2, but we didn't stay there very long at all. Now, what I can say, they are, like I said, they're forecasting another G1, which should be happening right now. Now, I'm going to show you why I don't think that that's going to happen. Here's the HP. This is why I use this one, too. These are 30-minute increments of the same measurement, okay? So it shows we got to the KP of 6. Let me change that to English. This is a German website, by the way, guys. Go over and show it some love. Seriously, they got a lot of good tools over here. Anyway, that's a G2. Here is probably that secondary spike that they were expecting. It did spike, but it didn't get to a KP of 5. So, we'll have to let time, prove all that out. But I don't think we're going to be getting into any more geomagnetic storms. We could. But in my opinion, if I'm wrong, I'll let you guys know tomorrow. So, yeah. Now, this is their forecasting, right? Now, this is a radiation storm, how we measure that, right? And there's a 1% chance of that because they're not expecting X flares, pretty much. At least they're not expecting X flares over here and CMEs. See how we had one over here? That's just a flare, though. Didn't get much of an eruption out of that. So, according to NOAA, they're not expecting any more massive radiation spikes or anything like that. So let me go down here and This is the ionized helium. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to get through this. If I have to shut my mic off and cough, I apologize. I'll try to do that so you guys ain't got to hear it. I've just, and I don't want to sit here and dwell on how I feel or anything either. I've been running the fever, like really, really high fever, and it's affecting how quick my brain is working, which I'm pretty slow anyway. Anyway. Oh, man. Okay. So, if we go down here and we take a look at this CME, this is why this only ended up being a G2. Okay, because it fired here. Earth is right here. Okay? We didn't take a direct hit. We took a direct sideways hit. Kind of a glancing blow. And that's also why it didn't last very long. Hey, BK, good to see you, bud. But yeah, and you got this one is the vertical cut of this model. So it shows the CME hitting on all three axes, top down, vertical, and this is our orbital line stretched out in just a straight line. When it hits like that on all three, typically they're pretty close to the forecasting. Now, this is NASA's version of this model. We can go over here and check out NOAA's version of it. And this one actually here is a forecasting model. Okay? And it takes what it does, and this is the same CME. Okay? It hasn't updated since that CME. Which, and that happens often. But when we get new data in, they will actually change this if they think it's going to be different. They're not going to sit here and, just let it sit there with it being wrong. They usually hop on here pretty quick if they think something's changed significantly. So what this does is it shows us 2 days historic data that it tries to forecast 5 days out. It cannot be very accurate out here 5 days. And they know that. And it's not a big deal. It's just, I just want you guys to understand that, when you see something 5 days out, it's very, very hard to get any kind of precise forecasting on that. The sun's 93 million miles away, all that, right? So we got this right here. And if you look, see the dark colors? Watch this turn black right there. That is extremely dense. Okay? I mean, massively dense. Look, it's at the top of the graph. It's probably off of the graph. So if this would have been fired right at us, and we took that high dense hit, we'd be having a different conversation right now. It definitely would have been at least a G4, probably. We got a G2 from what we had. If you look at this, let me just do this. If you look at this, it barely catches us according to their model. So, and we got to a G2. So, yeah, take that for what it's worth. But I just wanted to point that out because Stereo A took a direct hit. That's this satellite right here. Okay? So, now, let me scroll down here. Okay, so, as I get going here, now, they are predicting some more M-class flares. And it's probably because of this particular... Hey, Callie, thank you, sister. Appreciate you. Show her some love in there for that, guys. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thanks. Angels wings. Okay. Now, oh, goodness. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Let me zoom into this. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about when it comes to this. You got blues and reds just swirling around each other. Yeah. I mean, when that happens, that's negative and positive polarities. So when that starts happening, we get what we call reconnection events. It goes back down to the sun, and that's what causes flaring. This is directly in the Earth strike zone. So if it does anything right now at all, Earth is going to get hit with it. Okay? So I just wanted to make sure you guys seen that. That's probably why they've got the risk at 20% for M flares right here. So, yeah. Let me back this off. Okay. All right. Now, here's the HP again. Like I said, I already showed you guys this, but I want to, you know, really... Hey, thanks, Trish. I appreciate you. So cool. Very cool. Thank you, sister. Appreciate you. Guys, whoever got those, tell her thanks. That's awesome, Trish. Thanks. Hey, Kristen. Hey, everybody. I'll say hi to you guys here in just a minute, but thank you. Thank you for that, Trish. All right. Now, let's do this. Okay. So, guys, my brain is just not working. I am so sorry. All right. This is the G2 storm. What could we expect from that? A power system. High latitude power systems may experience voltage alarms. We probably had some like transformers or whatever would trip out, safety precaution type of things, higher towards the poles. Down here where we're at, most of us at mid latitudes, we probably didn't really experience much of that. They have to steer these satellites back into position, because when it hits, what happens is, just like I said before, with this, we go here. The density here, what's making that dense? Well, it's a bunch of highly charged particles. So if that density hits, or any extra density at all, it adds drag to what the satellites have to travel through. So what happens there is it basically slows the satellites down. So they have to give them some thrust and all that kind of thing to keep them in orbit. Now, they might not have had to do any of that. Just depends. Right? And with all the satellites up there now, I have a hard time thinking that something didn't get, that makes, yeah. What the heck is going on with that? All right, there we go. All right. Now, if I go here, all right, let me show you the Discover graph. This right here is the ACE. I don't like using this one because it's not as, you can't really see it as well as you can the other one. I'm going to show you the same data on a different tool. I should have had it pulled up. I wasn't really going to show this, but I probably need to now, because so you guys understand. This is our BZ, this red line, okay? We look for -6. I'm not going to go into detail of what that is, other than to say that it's the magnetic positioning of our magnetic field, okay? North-south, negative, positive, okay? When it gets to -6, that's when stuff really can come in. And as you can see, when we went into that G2 storm, see down here where they're showing the G2? Right here? Look what the BZ did. I mean, I can't show you this any more clearer. It really truly is that clear. Look at that. And then remember, these are 3-hour increments, okay? This one hasn't updated for the next drop yet. It dropped in the negative position again right here. Okay? But I can show you what happened already by looking at this. See? So that's what's happening there. Okay. All right. So, and then we got, we'll go over this a little bit. I'm not going to stay on this one a whole lot. We got this volcano and the sun. They're comparing what they look like, right? It definitely does look like pretty close to the same imaging. So when I tell you the sun erupts, it's erupting. It's not erupting lava. It's erupting plasma, okay? Highly charged particles. Plasma, all plasma is a charged gas. It's the fourth state of matter. Solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. And plasma, like I said, is nothing more than a gas that has a charge, negative or positive, okay? And that's why magnetics are so important to what we talk about, because the polarity of stuff really makes a difference. Okay, So, here's the fireball reports. Look, you see this? Yeah, we're out of the meteor showers, and look what happens. Goes down to virtually nothing. So, yeah. But here's the near-Earth objects if you guys want to come over here and check it out on his website. Again, spaceweather.com. This right here is lunar distance, okay? That's the distance between us and the moon. So if you went to the moon 10 times, 10 and a half times, that's how far out in space you would be. That's where that's how close it came to Earth, which this is not. They consider that near, okay? So to kind of give you guys an idea, that right there, that's still a good distance away. Now, when everybody's, when we all start to pucker up here, I mean, that when we see stuff like where it says 0.1, and actually I was seeing it say 0.0. Okay, so yeah. Now, when you see something like that, the next thing you want to look at is how big it is. That's that's the diameter over here. Okay, so if you got one that is, going to not really miss us by much, like a 0.1, and you come over here and it says 16 or 9 or something like that, it ain't going to matter. It's going to burn up in our atmosphere anyway if it was to come on into our atmosphere. Okay, but if you see one that is a 0.1 and 756 diameters big, then we got to start having conversations. Okay, so just so you know, that's why we look at this. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate Dr. Tony Phillips over here with this. It's a really cool thing to be able to look at and have that kind of data. All right. Hey, Carrington, what's up, bud? All right. Okay, so let me pull. Yeah, I already did the Discover graph. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much what we got going on. I don't think we're going to get into geomagnetic storms again tonight. We might. I don't know. But with that being said, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, John. Hey, everybody. Okay. Now, let me, sorry. Try not coughing in that stupid mic. I'm sorry. Okay. Alrighty. Let me see if I need to show you guys anything else. I know you're getting a lot of dead air here tonight, and I apologize. I'm just, yeah. Guys, we had a flood here last night, too. And a tornado. It was flooding, and we were outside cleaning the drain off. The storm drain gets plugged. My house sits 4 feet above the road. And yeah, we're talking like a foot from it. And it was going all the way into my neighbor's yard. I mean, it was bad. And while we were out there, the stinking sirens go off. And yeah, the tornado, I think they had a brief touchdown, but it was to my east. But yeah. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. All right. Okay. Man. Guys, I ain't got much more for you. Not tonight. I am just, yeah, I'm whooped. Are you guys still wanting to do a members only tonight? I'm sure I could show you guys some funny videos or whatever. If you guys want to do that, I'll set that up. If not, we'll just do it tomorrow at some time. But I'm going to let you guys decide. Well, thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. If you guys will allow me to, I'll just do it tomorrow. But if you guys want me to, I'll stick it out because I told you guys I was going to do it tonight. So you guys just let me know. If you could, please. I would love that. Okay. All right, guys. I think I'm seeing tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. I am just, yeah. It's crazy. This is just crazy. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate you, bud. So let's get some love in there for the mods, guys. Spokane. Okay. All right, guys. Well, yeah, we'll do it tomorrow then, okay, guys? I know I got on here kind of late, but I'm going to just be 1,000% honest with you. I actually slept up until I came right in here. And I'm not kidding. I slept for like 12 hours, 14 hours, something like that. And I never do that. Ask Jammer. I tell him all the time. I sleep maybe 2 or 3 hours at a time, 4 hours sometimes. Very seldom do I sleep a whole lot. And it's just, yeah. Yeah, hit that thumbs and like if you guys could. And I'll tell you what, we'll give away some more cards during that my next members only. And we'll yeah, I got some other stuff. I can give you guys something else too that I'll share with you during the members only. So, but yeah. Oh, I'm going to show you guys tomorrow too. My wife and daughter bought me a blue Kool-Aid. Get this, it's Kool-Aid, and it's the container itself is blue. It's a keychain, and it has tropical punch flavor or scented hand sanitizer. So I'll show you guys that tomorrow. It's really cool. I mean, it's awesome. Then my daughter, she came home today with a mini figurine. It's a Funko, but it's like maybe 3 inches tall, and it's a bobblehead, and I got the Mandalorian. It's freaking cool. I mean, my family's just awesome, and you guys are awesome. I mean, you got, honestly. Thanks, Carrington. I appreciate you, bud. Yeah, yeah. I'm about ready to have a coughing attack, so I am going to go ahead and end it, guys. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. I'm choking it back, but yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and move it over here and let you guys look at this anyway while I end the show. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid. Oh, man, I can't even do that.